You got to really do some timetable. You got to write some stuff down. You got to be on the point. This is pretty interesting. So let's declare some of the things that is going through us that's not right. We got to declare it to God in the way he said, not the way we think and what we heard. In verse 4, Deuteronomy 26 chapter, the priest will take your basket and set it down in front of the altar of the Lord your God. It's like almost similar to somebody was here today. Y'all gave it to the church. They bring it up here. The church has declared it to God. Now it's already gone where it's going to do what it's do. It's already done. Then you shall announce before the Lord, in verse 5, your God. My father was a wonderman, armament. He went down to Egypt with only a few people, but they became a great, powerful, and large nation there. These are some of the blessings that will happen. But the Egyptians was cruel to us, making us suffer and work hard, very hard. We already know the story in Egypt. What was going on? God, some people was crying out to God. God didn't just send Moses. Somebody was crying out. So everybody in the wilderness that was talking about going back, them were the ones that was praying to God. Verse 7. So we prayed to the Lord thy God, our ancestors, and we was heard when he saw our troubles, hard work, and suffering. Verse 8. The Lord blessed it. The Lord brought us out of Egypt with his great power and strength, using great terror, signs, and wonders. We already know. Go back and read. You saw it. Let's elaborate a little bit. The first fruit is something we own. We owe God by appreciation of what God brought us out of. And what is the most thing that he brought our nation out? Our culture. He brought us out of what? Slavery. There you go. We ain't got to just read Egypt. We know our ancestors was slaves. In the same way the same way the Israelites ended up being slaves, same way we end up being slaves. Disobedient. And God allowed us to go through slavery. But look, he brought us out. God reminded the Israelites how he was faithful, providing for all their needs. They were also instruments to give the first portion of each first fruit to God. So these people, man, had the heart of giving. We can be taught how to give and what God said giving, and you don't still give. So that's why a lot of miracles and stuff we saw in the Bible we don't see today. Because we don't have that heart.
Amen.
Exactly.
We just don't have that heart. He tell you what to do, we don't do it. Then we get sick, then when something happens, then we want to try to go do it. In the land, God's words remind us to honor him by giving back a portion of what he has provided for us. According to the dictionary, the original definition of tithe was 1/10 of the annual produce of one's land or of one's annual income. According to the Bible, first fruit is merely the starting point of giving to the Lord. Verse 9, King James, I'm going to King James, and he have brought us into this place and have given us this land, even a land that flows with milk and honey. In verse 10, now I brought part of the first fruits from this land that you, Lord, have given me. Place the basket before the Lord your God and bow down before him. Some people is bowing down to God by bringing God first fruits of all what God is giving them, and they is being blessed. You don't have to just get on your knees and bow down when you get cancer, when you get sick. That ain't the only time you should be on your knees. Just like I said, when y'all put that in that basket today, that was a perfect time to get on your knees. Perfect time to get on your knees and proclaim something to God. Verse 11. Then you and the Levites and the foreigners among you shall rejoice, because the Lord your God has given good things to you and your family. God is saying, keep this principle and we shall rejoice by the good things that God is going to give us and our family. It ain't just for you. So all the ones that's got a good income, making good money, it ain't just for you and your household, your immediate family. It's not just for that. When we read on, you're going to find out. God said good things, fertile land, flowing with milk and honey. What do all this mean? What is good to people, or what people think is good, is not good, necessarily good to God. And that don't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. See, some people make $100,000 a year. Some people make $50,000, $200,000, $300,000. We can go home. And yeah, they might can afford a car that they earned, that God gave them the blessing with their talents that they earned. And they go buy a car they can afford. But that's still wasn't the car God want to give you. Because you earned it. You earned it. This is part of the fertile. When he say fertile and flowing with milk and honey, these are things that we can't necessarily see that we can have, or just go to the bank account and buy. What is God saying about good things? Now, these are some of the things he's saying. Desirable things. Desirable things. My wife, she, I love her. Thank you, God, for bringing in my life. She, you know, our faith level and some of the things we look at, we declare it in our lives. I mean, these people we ain't seeing the blessings that we think we should be getting. Some people, people buying $40 million homes, $50,000 million. But this one, she record all these rich this, rich that, yacht this. I'm like, what the hell? So this they building a house right now, ain't done. $500 million in California. Ain't got a buyer. Don't know where the buyer gonna come. But this architect is building this house. Oh my God, it is beautiful. 500, that's $500 million. Yeah, see, that's when you gotta take your mind sometimes to. You just gotta go there. Just gotta go there. Better than the usual or average things that we can afford. This is some of the things to God. Fertile land, what is fertile to God, flowing with milk and honey, producing much fruit or large crops. Much means a great amount. Large means a great size, big. And being rich, capable of producing much. See, that's what rich means to me. Rich to me mean not because I got $1 million in the bank. That ain't necessarily rich to me. Rich to me is creating or producing something so all of us can have $1 million in the bank. That's what rich means to me. Producing much. Remember I said, not for just for your household. Not just for your household. Able to produce out of season. Is God saying we will produce out of season? Yes, he is. A lot of people can't produce out of season. We in a certain season now that necessarily can be a negative. Because of cold, because where we at in Detroit, right? My wife, she loves Florida. Might be gone one day, I don't know. Praise God. Definitely. But they producing all, they got the whole, see, they got the years, they can produce every season, certain things. We can't here. That's what God's saying. So sometimes the blessing, that this came, sometimes the blessing can be going somewhere from where you at. We could be missing the blessing just like that. That just came to my mind. That wasn't even in my notes. Praise God. Hallelujah. Produce what? A job when they say there is none. Fruits and crops when others are not growing. Your business is in and growing and others are not. Producing and going out of business. I don't know y'all. Do y'all ride around and y'all see a lot of people in buildings going out of business? I'm talking about these places that was good to the community one time. And they going out of business. It's amazing. I thought we was way past the economy going from, it's like, houses ain't 3,000 no more. They going up. I had to save more money to buy one now. You know what I'm saying? But business, like when the economy went down, it's like you saw it, but now it's like at a stable, go reaching it. But look, now people going out, people that lasted during that time, they going out of business now. Which they really should have been going out of business then. So what that mean? They ain't do something right, did they? They ain't do something right with them funds. Bring forth many ideas. Meaning having ability to think of new things and do them. A fertile imagination. Remember I told you? God will give you fertile imagination. Meaning that the act of power, the mind of forming pictures of things that are not actually present at this time. Who look at Shark Tank? I mean, some of them people be creating stuff, man. I mean, ain't none of us even thought about it. And they getting it. To Joseph, his family sold him. They sold him and lied and said he's killed. And he became King Pharaoh's right hand man, like the king. King Pharaoh said, "If I can make you king, I will." So he gave him the kingsman ring and the kingsman horseman. That's king. And became king. And his family that sold him what? They benefited off of it, didn't they? Yes. Oh my God. You see what would happen? It ain't just for you. Will be sold by our family. And God send you somewhere, don't nobody know where you at. And some kind of way you know them, but they don't know you. Will you bless them? Will you bless them? Joseph did. Because why? What seed he came from? He came from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Seed. And once you line that seed up, everything that they do is in there. You teach a child where it should go. That's why they was blessed. That's why he still blessed his family after he hit the lottery. If we want to look at it in our time, a lot of people hit the lottery. They fly away and look back. But Joseph looked back and blessed his family. That's what we got to do. Verse 12. Bring a tenth of all your fruits and bring a tenth of all your fruit the third year, the year to give a tenth your fruit. See, this is something that this is the difficult part of this. You got to have a timetable chart, because once you do it at the beginning of that increase, every 3 years you got to go back and do it every 3 years. It ain't like the tithes every pay. It ain't like job title to do. First fruits got a certain job title to do. Tithes have a certain title to do. You can't just put them all in this basket and they wasn't